Good morning. We are live.
Well, I didn't know that. Broccoli,
I thought
get it
it'd be
down
a
your neck.
surprise for you. Yeah, good morning. We're live. It's we're getting on track together with Nathan Jr. and our special guest today is Mark Chakra Brennan.
Chakra Wow, yeah.
Chakra Wow, yeah.
Mark Chakra Brennan.
Happy Monday. I hope you're having a good morning this morning. If you're not, please remember that it's temporary, and you can affect your own day. You know, it's not all happening by accident. So today our show is packed with a bit of conversation with Mark. I find out Mark's story and what he's been up to. And he's a really good, bubbly character for you on the Monday morning, which we really love.
Like Spider-Man, isn't he? He's always in there before.
Which is fantastic. That's what we want. We've got some community stuff. We've got our usual things. Our topic of the day today is forgiveness as well. So we'll have a little chat about that. We've got some live songs coming up later. And starting off, before I start off, actually, I want to say thank you to Avanti, as always. We're in the community lounge today. You can't hear the announcements today because they're off. That's good. But yeah, we're in the Avanti community lounge. Thanks to Avanti. Thanks to Laura, the community champion, and all the team here as well. We're here every Monday morning. I did schedule it for 9 o'clock, but we're just easy.
Yeah, it's easy, isn't it?
It's just when it happens.
As you always say, when it starts, it starts.
Yeah, that's the right time, right? Which is what
the right time.
So the quotes, we've got our quote of the day to start with.
Oh yeah, quote of the day.
So quote of the day is based around forgiveness. Yeah.
I've shortened it to quote of the day, Nathan. QOTD.
Oh, okay,
QOTD.
right. Okay.
The QOTD of the day. Yeah, the quad.
Well, do you want to go with yours first then?
Oh yeah, mine says, and this Mark, I love this. Keep smiling because life is a beautiful thing, and there's so much to smile about.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah.
Good, isn't it?
Yeah.
I saw that. I thought, you know what? After we spoke on the car on the way here, and I told you what kind of week I've had, you know, me and all that. Yeah. And you told me about you coming and said, "That Bob, you're gonna love him." Yeah. I thought, well, that's apt. You know,
exactly.
Keep smiling.
And it goes. I think one of the things that we forget. It's too easy to forget. Really, is that there's something, and I post about it regularly. It's this finding something good in your day. You know, whatever. Even when you're having a bad day, look for something good in your day. Yeah. Because the more good you see, the more good you feel. Right? You know, it's not rocket science, is it? Like?
No.
Thanks for that, mate. So my quote is. You've got a great smile as well, Junior. It goes with that quote. So my quote is, forgive others, not because they deserve your forgiveness, but that you deserve peace. And don't forget, forgive yourself. So, this is a big one. We're going to be talking about this a bit later. It's a big conversation. And as always with us, it's not about preaching or telling people what they should do or anything like that. We just talk from the heart, from personal experience, from what we've learned. Yeah. And I do agree with that. So, you know, if you're able to do it, in my personal experience, I found it very, very freeing. It changes you as a person, I think, when you're able to forgive. And forgiving yourself is one of the things that most people, I think, in general, tend to forget. Because, you know, you give yourself a hard time more than anyone. So forgiving yourself is really important. What do you reckon?
100%, yeah. So I've found with forgiveness, like surrendering, like there's things in yoga called the 8 limbs, and there's your yamas, your do-nots, and your do's, your niyamas, and one of them is surrender, which is Severa Pranadhana, and I teach that. Yeah. So literally just all that hatred, that resentment, anything like that, just surrender, just go, is it worth carrying that burden around? Because it's really not, because it manifests. And it goes on and on and on through your day, and before you know it, you go, where's my day gone? Because you've had all this focus on that hatred or sadness, you know what I mean? You just got to go, no, let's get rid of that extra baggage, let's get on with our day.
Yeah, I love that, the baggage.
So do you teach yoga as well, do you? Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're going to hear all about it.
Oh, brilliant,
yeah, really.
These old bones need sharpening up, like, you know what I mean? Yourself down, you'll be brand new next week.
So we've done the quote. We're going to have a chat with Mark in a little bit and ask him some questions so we can get to his story. We've got some community stuff coming up as well.
Yeah.
The 5 minute, we always try and do a 5-minute mood changer every week.
Oh yeah.
So just sharing a little something that it's not an accident. Your day's not an accident. Everything that happens in it. So how you feel, you can contribute to that. So one of the things that we do is a 5-minute mood changer. It's just little things that you can do to boost your mood. By the way of it boosts your happy hormones. Okay, it's really, really simple. It's just how we are, how our brains work. And today's is meditation. So meditation, Mark's here, he does a lot of meditation, and we'll get to that as well, you know. But I think for me, what I wanted to say to people was that meditation isn't always, you know, what people assume meditation is if they're not used to it. You know, sitting cross-legged and doing that hum and everything. Meditation is whichever way that it feels right for you, isn't it? So that it's, you know, you're distancing yourself away from the normal thoughts and the normal feelings. And sometimes that can be with sounds, can't it?
Yeah.
Low music.
Oh yeah, sounds. Yeah, that sound. You know, we could. You know, we could do it something like that. You know, start having that little. You know,
Like
that water. I love that flowing water sound.
Yeah. See, I introduced you to. So we were in here on was it a Friday?
Yeah, it was a Friday.
And on a Friday, I have the TV on here, and I put stuff on the TV. It's a drop-in we have.
Okay.
So I'll do different things. I'll put self-help stuff on there, or maybe some Native American flute music, or gong stuff, or sounds. So I go to sleep with sounds. To be honest, I love babbling brook.
Yeah.
The sound of the water, you know, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
And you can't.
I like that one. I wasn't so much into the flute one.
No.
But I like the flowing water bit was like nice.
Like we were talking about it, weren't we? We're made of water.
Yeah, exactly.
And we're born in water. And so meditation-wise, you know, a 5-minute mood changer. Yeah. This is something that you know, how would, if you said you had somebody and you were saying to right, you've got 5 minutes. Yeah. And it's meditation-wise, what would you say to them?
So you've got your pranayamas, which are controlled breaths. So like that's just being totally present. So it's not looking into the future, it's not looking into the past, it's being in the now. So you're obviously closing your eyes, you're inhaling, you're feeling cold air in, the warm air out, you rise and fall. So that's in the present moment. So essentially what you're doing is retraining the mind to stay present again instead of overthinking. Because we've conditioned ourselves to think too much into the future, causing anxiety. And looking into the past, which is depression, where you can rewire yourself. Like there's things called telomeres. When you meditate, it actually repairs your telomeres, so your signals can swap over from telomere to telomere. So it's scientifically proven.
Retraining your brain.
You retrain
Would you
your brain.
maybe if you were up for it, maybe I didn't ask Mark about this before, but maybe before you go, maybe you could just do a couple of minutes.
Absolutely love to.
Yeah, just if anybody wants to. And if nothing else, you might have a chill minute. You know, if you're at work, it's okay.
Just have 5 minutes to yourself for the first time in a long time. That's what I say to all the yoga and meditation students. Like, come in and have an hour to yourself. I'm going to say it yourself. I don't mean tell your
no distraction.
I mean to yourself, your soul.
100%. It's something we talk about, don't we, a lot.
Yeah.
So community stuff, mate. What have you
So
on the community?
I've had a busy time last week and all that, so you know. But on the community, as we always say, if you want to find out anything that's in the community, just go into the what's on in Houghton, Frodsham and Helsby. And there's loads of stuff in there. But I found one at Castle Park, Castle Park Arts Centre. Paul Brotherton, I don't know if you know, you've heard of Paul Brotherton, a colourist with perspectives. And it's an exhibition, runs till the 1st of April, so it must be on now. And that's at Castle Park in Frodsham. But then I was looking through there, and there's a whole big write-up about it. But then I found one of my favourite words in it that made me laugh. Don't know if anyone, loads of people out there, well educated, more educated than me, would have heard of this word. Juxtapose. Made me laugh. Because when I found out what it meant, but they could have just said side by side. You know, who's ever made that word up must have had nothing to do. Just jungle some letters up and fill up this kind of it. I'll have it.
Yeah, I don't like
it. With all side by side. So
great word,
check out it. It is a great word, like If you check out
so Castle Park Arts Centre.
Yeah.
April the 1st.
Yeah, it runs till April the 1st.
Are you sure it's actually on? Because it's April the 1st, they might be
Well,
messing around, you know.
well, it runs till April the 1st. So yeah, until April the 1st, yeah.
And then on April the 1st,
if you go to April the 1st,
they'll say,
and
right,
it's not
the last
there.
day.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
That's it, yeah.
Also, guys, so community-wise, if there's anything that you want to share with us and share with anybody else on here that goes on in the community that you're a part of, or you know what goes on, please let us know. This Wednesday is the first Wednesday of March. It's the 1st of March. So that means it's open mic, open minds night. And we do one currently. We're hopefully, we've got a big event coming up at the end of April actually, in Chester. And that should be a good one. We've also got one. I need to talk to you about that. And then we've also got some talks to have one local to here as well. But Open Mic, Open Minds is a forum for musicians to come along, musicians, singers of all different abilities, all different instruments as well. We don't just want the same old all the time. You know, we appreciate everyone who comes, obviously, but we don't need there's no club.
No.
So you can come and play. We love like banjos, ukuleles,
spoons,
flutes,
triangles,
kazoos,
anything.
Yeah, xylophones, didgeridoos, and also poetry as well. Please, you know, and if you are a poet or you love reading poetry, and also you have the opportunity to express what you want to express. So you can get up on the microphone and tell us about your day, tell us about what an amazing experience you've had, or tell us about a bit of a struggle you're having at the moment. It's an open forum, non-judgmental as well. Also, you have the opportunity to have a private chat if you want to get stuff off your chest, or just, you know, maybe you're feeling a bit lonely at the moment. If you're absolutely brilliant and you're all happy, then that's fantastic. Please come along.
Well, come and share it.
Yeah. Share that
Spread
positive
the love.
energy and share that love with everybody else. So that's this Wednesday, the 1st of March, and it's at the Tiger's Head in Norley. That is. Also Thursday, of the men's group, It's Good to Talk men's group, and that's over in Frodsham at the barn at the Bears Paw. So like a private building at the side of the Bears Paw pub. There's loads of parking there as well. You can come, it's 7 till 9, but you can come earlier, you can come later, you can leave early, whatever you want to do. You know, it's all chilled out, no pressure, totally relaxed, confidential and non-judgmental. And this week we have a guest coming in. He is a photographer, and he is nature photographer, landscape photography and stuff like that. So
I'm glad you said that. When you said nature, and then you threw landscaping, I thought, here we go, proper.
Were you thinking something else?
Well, nature.
You never know where your mind goes, mate, to be honest with you. So he's coming in, he's going to show us some of his stuff and then go through some tips on how to be a photographer. So that's one section of the night.
I've never got photography at all. No, I've never understood it, because see people take a great picture. I mean, I've taken some pictures that I thought were great. You know what I mean, to myself, like the grandkids and all that. But when photographers are taking photos, they're looking for something. Looking for something, and I don't know what it is.
Well, when I've done weddings, so I'm sort of part of as a wedding photographer, right? I've done a fair few weddings, and I love the people side of it very much. But when sometimes you get used to the layout of the wedding, you get used to what's going to be happening. So then it's waiting for the opportunity. Yeah. And sometimes you can stand there waiting, you know, for a good few minutes, and waiting for that shot that comes along, which, funnily enough, reminds me of, you know, when you make people jump. You love that, right? It's just funny, you know. So I always used to do that. And I've been stood in one place for 10 minutes easy before, waiting for one of my kids or something to come through the door for me to go, boom! It's just worth it, isn't it? It's just, oh, Dad! It toughens them up, you know.
That's it,
Things you end up talking
jump out of a box or something.
Yeah. So Mark, can you, first of all, we know that you have over in Widnes right now, you have a cafe and shop, don't you? And it's vegan based, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
And then also you do, you have yoga class?
I have the yoga studio, yeah.
Yeah, fantastic. So, can you tell us a little bit about you, how you ended up doing that and how you ended up here?
Wow, where do we start? So, I had a friend just mithering me, going, Mark, meditate, and I was like, lad, that's for you, it's not for me, brother, you know what I mean? You can be a hippie, you can do the meditation, I don't need because I didn't know what meditation was.
Yeah.
I just literally thought it was closing your eyes and then some mad stuff would happen, whatever. You know what I mean? It just didn't relate to me at all. I was mad. I loved to party. I loved to have this identity, this ego I built up.
Yeah.
So in the end, I don't know how it come along. Like, just started meditating, and I was like, wow, this works. This works. Yeah. Felt more alive, more focused, more aware. Feel things, smell things, taste things.
Yeah.
And then started doing yoga. It's a funny one, to be fair. We were in the gym, and this gym, like, we all get to know each other, and he was walking down. I was coming out the changes, and he was walking towards the yoga studio behind all these girls in the lycra and that. And I went, hey, there you go. And he went, no, seriously. He went, yoga is fantastic. And I went, all right, so we'll give it a go. And the first time I ever done yoga, I went, I'm going to do this for the rest of my life.
Right. It was that liable moment straight away.
Yeah. As soon as I stood on the mat.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's while I was meditating, because I was meditating 30 times a day for about 3 weeks. Like, I changed.
Right.
And then I was meditating to the chakras, and something happened to me. Like, I felt a dad. Like, really, in the shower.
Yeah.
I even rang my partner and my mum and asked them if I'd died. And apparently, like, I had an ego death, an identity death. Yeah.
Right.
And it was epic. And then put all the work in, done the yoga studio, got 90 to 100 people a week there in my family. I absolutely love it.
Yeah.
I teach the chakras, the 8 limbs, mudras, which are hand signs, which I'd like to show the guys as well. Like, you've got hand signs that you can use to help your digestion, your heart, everything. And then again, vegetarian led to vegan, and then here we are, man.
Yeah. So your mate, your mate who got you into it, is he part of the thing that you're doing?
He's
like
on a journey himself.
Right.
And we still see each other to this day.
Right.
How this works is you've got to follow your own journey.
Oh yeah.
Like, I know it sounds weird, like it's not like a cult as such, but we're all as one. You know what I mean? We all have the same ideology of peace. Yeah. Peace within. Yeah. And when you've got peace within, you can shine that out then, you know what I mean? Yeah. But sometimes, because we're the best of friends, but sometimes your journeys go other ways. But it doesn't mean that we don't love each other, you know what I mean?
True. Yeah.
And something that that we talk about, don't we? That it seems, and I said to you, didn't I think on the phone, that although there's a lot of negative in the world right now, a lot of fear and what have you, there's this other side of things that a lot of people are being drawn almost together, you know.
There's definitely a movement,
which is how it's ended up with you here, and how it's ended up doing this, and you can see a lot of that in your life, don't you?
Oh, absolutely. Like the vegan cafe, it's a sanctuary. I love the place. I can't wait to get there. Don't get me wrong, I love being here, but honestly, I wake up and go, wow, I can't wait for today, because we've got all walks of life, man. We've got like vegans, vegetarians, hippies, non-vegan, but all walks of life, you know what I mean? And we're up, the
that's
buzz
good, isn't it?
It's honestly, I love the place, and I love the people that come.
You've got music in there as well?
Well, I play a little bit of tantra at the beginning, so I listen to the chakras, and then I put some dance on, then we're all like that. Man.
Yeah, good man.
Well, that's actually how you ended up here. How I contacted you was through Facebook. Okay. I saw something on Facebook. I can't remember. Probably one of your ads or something. It was food related. Okay. And obviously because I'm vegetarian, I'm not vegan, so I still have eggs and cheese currently. And so when I saw the stuff, I think probably it was like some plant burger or something like that. You know? It's like, oh, cool, yeah. So then I followed it, and I got the good vibe. You know, I could feel it.
That's good.
So then so that's how it ended up here. So what gets you out of bed? Would you say, like, what's your main motivation every day?
Just to enjoy the day, especially now. Like, I'm in that state of mind. At this very minute in time where I can't wait to wake up when I go to sleep, man. I mean that, and it's not always been like that.
Well, no, I can understand.
It's been bad at some points in my life. It's been where I've gone to bed at 10 and I haven't got my head down till 2 or 3 because you're thinking, you know what I mean? And then you wake up and you go, You know what
I think most people can relate to that.
Yeah, where now I go to bed and I can't wait to wake up. Because I'm like, let's go and get today.
Yeah.
And that's awfully changing your mindset. That why would you ever want to be? Listen, it's just because we're not taught these techniques. That's why. Like I taught myself these techniques through reading books. You know what I mean? 10 pages, and I say that to everyone who comes in. I give them books. 10 pages, 10 pages, 10 pages. Because if you do more than 10, you just forget it, don't you? But we can self-teach, self-study. That's another limb. Self-study. It's a nayama. It's svadhyaya. That's what I teach. Self-study, like self-study yourself. But every day I get up and I go, let's go and get today. Let's go and get it.
Nice one.
Yeah, man. Respect.
Man.
Sorry,
like,
man.
don't leave me out.
Don't leave me out, man.
What do you? So, if you mentioned a little bit about before. So I can relate to it in the sense that your life before, right?
Okay.
So you mentioned about you were a certain way,
identity and ego.
Yeah. So what's something that you particularly love now? That you struggled with in the past, maybe, or like a time that you went through that.
I love now that I don't have to pretend to be someone I'm not.
Yeah.
Like
100%.
Yeah, like me. So like again, because we're not taught this, I thought I was who I was.
Yeah, that's funny, that, isn't it?
Yeah.
When you say that, I thought I was who I was.
Yeah.
That makes
like
perfect sense.
You can be whoever you want to be.
Yeah,
like so, in the past, I chose to be that person. Where now I'm choosing to be this person.
Yeah.
So that's the same with your mindset, anything, isn't it? Instead of being sad, change it, be happy.
Yeah. You feel more you feel like you're yourself now, you're the person that you should be.
I'm not pretending to be anyone. For instance, if someone said I was too nice 2 years ago, you'd be deemed to be like a bit of a pushover. I'd be made up. Someone said that now.
Yeah, exactly.
Not always said that, but I know, Where like
well,
2 years ago, it'd be like, wow. No, I'm not, because it was a man's identity to be strong. You can call me whatever you want now.
Well, I think a big part of what we do with It's Good to Talk is that it's about challenging those stigmas, and it's not just stigmas around mental health and the talking about that and the phrase. It's also about people in general, how we have learned behaviours, we're trained from birth, without realising it. And when you're talking there, I think that what I call it is becoming the real you. Right? That's how I look at it.
100%.
It's almost like you go through you make choices, then you go through this process that enables you to shed this.
It's an identity death,
isn't it? To shed what you've picked up almost.
Your conditioned past. That's what it is. Condition.
And anybody effectively can do it, can't they?
If I can do it.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I said.
And I mean that, brother. Anyone can do it. It's just self-discipline. Got to have that self-discipline.
But it can start off, can't it, in tiny little ways, can't it? Because obviously a lot of people feel like they haven't got, this, don't you? A lot of people do feel like they haven't got that
motivation.
Because they're going off their past, aren't they? So they feel like they haven't got motivation, and then I'll say to them, that's energy. It's not motivation. It's because you've not got the energy within you to do it, right? But essentially anybody can do it, can't they?
Everyone can do it. Because this is how we're wired up. Like it's just like you said at first, it's baby steps. But then once you see it working, you're like, you don't even have to go down the spiritual route to do this.
No.
You know what I mean? It's just like techniques, like literally it's therapy for yourself. Like, but only you know your true self, so you deem, like, let's face it, most therapy, I'm not saying therapy bad, right, but how do they truly know what you feel? And only you truly know, don't you?
All down to you.
100%. So you go, I think too much, so then pick a book up that changes your thought process, you know what I mean? And it'll teach you technique. Like, well, at first, like my anxiety was bad, I never took medication, but calms I used to take. And I promise you, people who love me and like are surrounded by me knew this, I'd run to the cabinet to grab calms, before that, then butterflies. And like, and then once I started retraining my mind, like it was saying like, stop thinking about it, and you'd stop thinking about it.
Yeah, yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I mean? And you'd
Yeah.
feel it, the emotion go.
Yeah,
And you'd be like, I'm winning.
yeah, yeah,
And then before you know it, it's gone.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
But
yeah.
it takes
Yeah.
hard work, but it
It
depends
is.
how much do you want to feel you again?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or even if people, because a lot of people don't think they even know, you know, when the last time people feel that if you think back to the last time you really felt maybe you, in a sense that you weren't controlled by stresses and worries and the mask that you have to wear, it was probably when you were a little kid for a lot of people, right? And I don't mean when you were in the school system, I mean when you're little,
Yeah.
when you know, you're free and you
Seems a lifetime ago.
yeah.
100%.
But I agree with you, mate, that it's totally possible for anybody, and it doesn't mean that you have to fit into what Mark's doing or what I'm doing or
No,
what Junior's doing.
no.
It's what you
We all go through, I think all three of us have been touching. I went through that change 10 years ago when I became a full-time musician. But before that, I sort of bet gambling.
Yeah.
And that's and I remember just the butterflies and feeling horrible to yourself, and I had to retrain my mind to be not to be that person. So and music, as I said, music is life. Without music, and that kept me. That's everything. Music is my
passion.
Yeah, and that's the same thing. I wake up. That's why I say I wake up every day.
Yeah.
Look forward to the day where I can play music. It's
Well, did you take the chance to jump and let the net catch you? This is what I say to people: jump and let the net catch you.
Yeah.
Like if you change your profession, change your lifestyle, change everything, like jump and let it catch you, because it will catch you, because you're making that first initial thought of changing anyway, so it's a brave one.
Yeah.
And then with self-discipline, contentment, you can be whoever you want to be and do whatever you want to do.
I've probably said this before. For me, one of my first changes was decaf coffee, and it was just a tiny little change. Because I'd lived with this, like there's people who are anti-veggie and anti-vegan and it was like this mindset of fear, right?
Yeah.
So for me, it was, why would you ever drink decaf coffee? Like, there's no point. Like, stupid. You know what I mean? So then, when you realised that, right, okay, so I can change. If I can change one thing, then I can change anything.
Of course,
Yeah,
it's
so
one thing at a time. This is like you focus on one thing, and then you put all your energy into that thing. And I mean 100%.
Yeah.
And then you can achieve anything.
Yeah.
Like that's the universal power of it, as what we like to say. Anyway, you can believe in God.
Yeah.
Your God might be different to my God.
Yeah.
But if you have one focus and one aim, and you put everything into it, right, it's gonna come to. 100%, and that's your manifestation. That's your manifestation. Like you being a musician, and maybe you doing this, and me getting to where I am with the vegan cafe. That's because I had passion, I had drive, desire, and the most important thing, faith.
Yeah.
Faith.
You knew what you wanted to do, innit? You knew what you wanted to do, and you focus on doing that thing. I think the problem with some people, innit, they got too many. Yeah. If you focus on doing that, then you aim,
You're not essentially looking into the future, which is what I'm trying to stop. You're planning, but your planning is happening now, isn't it? If you think about it, you're not thinking about it too much. You're planning for it.
Yeah.
And then with careful planning, not even careful planning, with imagination and thoughtful processing, planning ends up physical.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Good timing for our song. So a big part I feel about that, and I was talking about this. I was I've been at Holton Community Radio. Have you heard of that? It's like this little radio station locally, and it's run by volunteers. So they had asked me to go on a show as a guest. I've been on second time I've been on this. These two lovely ladies, Sue and Claire, and they ended up talking about healing as part of it. And we were talking about how it's like you've got to be broken to be able to then reassemble, right?
Okay.
So they were talking. One of the things was the Japanese. I can't remember. Oh no, someone at the group last week as well was talking about kintsugi. Is it? I think. So it's where the Japanese, they have, it's like a broken bowl, a broken pottery bowl, right? And then it's in pieces, but they put it back together and they use molten gold to fill all the cracks and put it back together. So not only is it stronger than it ever was before, it's also more beautiful than it ever was before.
Wow, I love that.
Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it? And I think that says a lot. So this song is really, really relevant. It's relevant to my life. I think it's relevant to a lot of people, really.
Yeah.
In the sense that it's talking about when it might seem that you're crazy, but being crazy according to our society's parameters, I think is not crazy in a bad way.
Being
it's a good
different,
way.
it's good.
Yeah, it's good. Okay, so Mark, would you just mind passing me that bit of water behind you?
Of course. Lovely.
Thank you very much. Oh yeah, I need the lyrics, don't I? Okay. You got it? I remember when I lost my mind. There was something so pleasant about that place. Even your emotions have an echo in so much space. And when you're out there without care, yeah, I was out of touch. But it wasn't because I didn't know enough. I just knew too much. Does that make me crazy? Does that make me crazy? Does that make me crazy? Possibly. And I hope that you are having the time of your life. But think twice. That's my only advice. Come on now. Who do you think you are? Oh, bless your soul. You really think that you're in control? I think you're crazy. I think you're crazy. I think you're crazy. Just like me. My heroes had the heart to lose their lives out on the limb. And all I remember is thinking I want to be like them. Ever since I was little, it looked like fun. And it's no coincidence I've come. And I can die when I'm done. But maybe I'm crazy. Maybe you're crazy. Maybe we're crazy. Probably. Maybe we're crazy. Probably. Thanks, man. Awesome job, as always.
Brilliant, man.
Cheers, dude.
What a song. What a voice, eh? What a voice.
I love that song, I really do. Right, so, yeah, that's our little bit of live music. So then we always have a song, like in the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I enjoy it.
Try and do a different song every week, don't we?
Yeah, I know.
And we get to, well, as
No
you saw,
pressure, like.
we get here, and it's like, right, what song are we doing today?
I know, yeah. We never planned it.
What's going on
Yeah,
this
we never
morning.
planned it, yeah.
But
We
that's
never planned
what's great, you know. 'Cause so when you were saying about things that you want in life, right? So for a big part of my life, 'cause I used to be a singer as part of it. So I used to, you know,
You're still a singer, not used to.
No, I mean I used to
You're
go out
still a
like
singer.
doing pubs and then weddings and all that sort of stuff. I used to go around the country, you know, doing all that. But it was always the backing music, backing tracks and things. And I tried being in a band once, but it was with click tracks.
Being in a band is a
Yeah,
nightmare, you know.
I know, but it was with click tracks. So I wanted the...
I'm in 5 bands.
Oh, jeez, that's a lot. But I wanted that rawness, you know, instead of it being on a track.
Yeah.
So then I always wanted for years to be playing with musicians, right?
Yeah.
So it just so happens now that I have loads of musicians around
I know,
playing with. And every week I get to sit with you, man.
I know.
So thanks, buddy.
It's
Really appreciate that.
brilliant, man. I love it.
Big question then. Oh, actually, have you got a question off there that you want to ask?
Oh, yeah. Go on then. Yeah. I've got one here. So, right. I'll ask you this one, Mark, because I think this is you're here, and you're so positive and so you know, energetic, so full of life, right?
Yeah, man.
So for a lot of people out there, what would be the one piece of advice you'd give to someone who want to change something, wants to do something different than what they're doing now?
Yeah.
You know, or they might be happy with what they're doing now, but they want to enhance it.
Okay, so again, jump and let the net catch you. Like, be focused, be content, self-discipline, and most importantly, faith. Have faith in yourself. We beat ourselves up way too much, don't we? When if you have faith in what you do and you love what you do and you surround yourself by the right people, that doesn't, like...
That's key, isn't it? That's key there.
100%, yeah. Like, it doesn't mean that you have to not like these people. You know what I mean? Like, I like everyone.
Yeah.
I do. Like, I've made some silly mistakes in the past. I've hurt people, but I forgive myself, and hopefully they'll forgive me. You know what I mean? And I can only do everything I can to amend that. But having faith in what yourself, like, you come into this physical world to thrive, not to be depressed or sad. So just pick yourselves up, just brush yourself down. And go there. It's not going to happen overnight, otherwise everyone would be there, wouldn't they?
Yeah, true, yeah.
So it takes self-discipline, but trust me, if I can get there, anyone can get there.
I like that what you said. If I can get there, anyone, and that's the thing, and that's the key, isn't it? People don't think, it's not for like, people think, oh, I can't do that.
Yeah, but they can, though. You can do anything, you can do anything you want.
100%.
Like, and that's what people need to see, and it's like, we want to see people succeed, don't we? We want to see people be happy. Like, when people say manifesting, like, in the spiritual world, like, manifesting, you can manifest anything you want, but you can manifest to be happy. Like, that's what meditation brings.
Yeah.
But again, it's each their own. Don't resort to meditation if you don't want to, but it's nice just to find yourself again, and it really does help. Meditation.
Brilliant.
Yeah, it should be taught. It should be part of the school curriculum.
It should,
And I've started a petition, like, we'll talk about that another time. It shouldn't just be like on a Monday or a Friday, like yoga. It should be like, what is yoga? What does yoga do? You know what I mean? Because these kids then they have a head start on us guys. Like, when they get to like 18 in university, it's getting too much. Oh, do you remember that technique? Let's calm ourselves down. Let's be present. Let's focus. And then they won't turn to drink, drugs, sex, gambling. We can better the world. Not just England, the world.
The world, true. Good advice, that, man. Good advice.
So a big thing that you said before was about forgiving yourself, right? And I wanted to talk a little bit about forgiveness. So I mentioned to you guys before, didn't I, that I knew I've got a friend who is in the States. I only know her from online. And she's very, very, she's an amazing woman. She has lots. She inspires a lot of people around her. She's a poet as well. She has beautiful poetry. And her daughter was murdered back a few years ago, and she was able to forgive the person who had murdered her daughter. And her daughter was adult daughter. I'm not sure of how old she was. But her sort of mantra is that love wins. You know, that's her thing, and I'm a big proponent of that, really. So we were talking, weren't we, before about we started this little conversation and the idea of forgiveness. So it's not for everybody. Not everybody can forgive someone who's done something very hurtful to them, and that's totally understandable, and that's for everybody. Like as we keep saying, like you keep saying, it each to their own, isn't it? And you've got to find your own way, right? But forgiving yourself is something that I think is really, really important, right? Because I think most of us walk around with this feeling like the wrongs that we've done, they rattle around your head, or you're carrying them in here or on your back, and they all seem so big, you know, and the tendency to sort of tell yourself that you're a much worse person than you actually are, you know, instead of focusing on the good that you've done, the positives that you've done. And we sort of aware of this, so forgiving yourself is, for me, is a massive part of becoming happier in its essentially. What do you think?
Forgiveness is so important, especially for yourself.
Yeah.
But, so let's say you've got resentment against someone, like just forgive, because that burden, that person, right? Yeah. Say someone's done something to you that you've got anger against them. Are they worrying about you all day? Like you're fixated on that person.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying all day, but like when you see them, when you think about them, or anyone LinkedIn, like you have 60,000 thoughts a minute, is it? A minute or a day, maybe it must be a day. Like, why waste any on someone like that you've got resent against? It could be going somewhere else, couldn't it?
Yeah.
So forgiveness, again, surrender to it.
Yeah. And
I'm saying this because of past experience.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I'm not saying it from what I've read. It is past experience.
Yeah,
like, listen, you don't have to fully forgive that person, right? But forgive yourself for having that hatred against them. Like, just wash it off, basically.
Yeah. Well, it's like the quote from the about the don't just forgive people because you think they deserve it. It's because of you. Because the person that gets hurt is yourself.
It's
right?
you that's hurting yourself by not forgiving them. Because you're building it up and you're keeping it in, and it's using your energy up. Isn't it? Just get rid of it.
Do you think there's a level? Do you think there's a hierarchy in the forgiveness, in a forgiveness chain? You know, like say you've got like a kind of emperor style forgiveness, then you come down to you come on to the kings and the princes and the footmen and all that. There's got to be a level in it of how much forgiveness you can forgive.
Of course.
Before you reach that point where you fully
forgive
cleansed.
everyone.
You know what I mean? It's got to be
That's
because
the Dalai Lama, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, we live in a society where things do happen, but just you need to, I don't want to say it in the wrong way, not cut people off, but stay away from maybe people like that.
I say that to get rid of the negativity around you, to be able to progress, because the people who are negative are just want to keep you down. They've got, you know.
Well, it's keeping yourself down, isn't it?
There is some. I've got to jump in, right? And the reason is because everybody's got a different definition of negative people, right? Now, this is really important to me every time that this conversation comes up, because I've had people talk to me and say that they've had friends not want to be around them because they've said you're negative, but actually they were depressed, right? And they're sad, and they want to talk about what's going on, which is what we talk about, right? And then people have not wanted to be around them because of their negative, inverted commas, negativity. Yeah. So that for me is a whole different thing. That if that those people, for me, because we all struggle. So if someone is in a negative mode, in a negative mood, in the sense of that, I feel that they need me to be there. They need me to listen. They need the love, right? But it's the other side, what we're talking about, really, isn't it? The negativity where people have a negative attitude in the sense that destructive, selfish. You know, maybe these things that are against how you feel, that bring your energy down, bring your happiness down. So I think there's separate things.
You've got to see it as like another person's negativity or different opinions to yours or ideology is just their conditioning. At the end of the day, if you look beyond that, we're all the same. We are all the same. And if someone at home, if someone doesn't want to be around them because they're negative, then maybe it's not worth having them around, is it? Because a true friend or someone who truly does know you, right, will want to be around. And that's why networking, and this is why this is beautiful, because this is bringing people together and accepting people. And then together we can help each other get to a state of mind. So with them people, like anyone back home and that, if someone's going bad energy in that and cuts it off, let them,
Oh yeah.
and then keep searching, guys, and you will find that happiness and that crowd that you'd be accepted into. 100%.
Yeah, definitely. As you said when you said we all the same, but you got a saying about that as well, haven't you?
Yeah.
I love that saying.
So it's in Thailand, which you know.
Yeah, so
They have a big saying, same but different, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
And it's very, very. I love that we're all very, very similar. We're all family, but we all have our little intricacies and differences, and that's all great too. And a big part of, unfortunately nowadays in Westerns, or at least in this country, I know, and in the States, I think they suffer as well as this. They've made it so there's just two sides to everything, you know. So you're either with me or against me, and this following of people that it's almost like, you know, oh well, I like this guy or I like this woman. I love this what they've said. So then you end up being a follower, listening to what they say. So then it's almost like you have to agree with everything that they say, right?
Yeah.
What's that all about?
You've lost your own opinion.
Yeah. We're okay to. I can disagree with you on something.
Yeah.
But then that doesn't mean there's a problem.
No, that's it.
I always try and look at it from the commonalities. There's something that I look at is that, you know, when you go to a concert or something like that, right? Or a gig, whatever kind of party or something, where everybody's going there for the same reason. Yeah. So, or maybe a rave or whatever it is, you know. You find this commonality, and everybody's going, yeah, man, everyone wants to talk to each other. You know what I mean? Oh, yeah, we're all in the same place for the same reason.
Yeah.
But people don't attach that to where you live.
No.
Which is it's bigger than going to a concert or anything, because you're all choosing to live in that place. So essentially, if we can all be that bit more together, you know, and say that, well, actually, yeah, I might not like what he's doing there, but he lives in my town, like I have to live in the same place, you know, so maybe I could just let, like you said, let that go a bit, you know, and then
just
I
to
think
put
it helps
just to
each
put
other.
a bit of lighting in it. But if we live in the same place and your car is bigger than mine, I'm not happy, you know what I mean?
It's funny actually, you say that. There's this place not far from here, in Alton, and I know some nice people there.
Yeah.
Anyway, I remember years ago, somebody told me that there's these two neighbours, and you can drive down the street and see these two houses, right?
Yeah.
And they are opposite each other, and they are in total competition with anything. Yeah. So they have all down the street. You've got all the houses are just like normal houses. Yeah. You've got these two that have got palm trees, and you've got, at Christmas they have like lights like on Home Alone. Like everywhere, like this. So I know what you mean.
It cracks me up. That, you know what I mean? Cracks me up. That kind of stuff.
Live and let live, isn't it?
In competition with yourself.
Yeah. Exactly, because you're not doing it. It's not them, is it?
It's you. In competition with yourself. Try and find that best version of yourself.
Yeah. Which I believe a lot of it comes down to fear. The fear. I feel fear is intrinsic to most people's unhappiness, personally.
100%. Most definitely.
So, but forgiveness. We're all for forgiveness.
Obviously,
it's dependent on each individual. I'm just checking whether we're offline.
Are we still on there?
Yeah, we're still on.
A couple of weeks ago we went offline. Yeah. Someone texted me and goes,
you have to start at the beginning.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Okay, so what would you say is, how would you describe success to you then? So, you know, thinking where you are now, where you've come from, and what would you say is success to you?
At this very minute in time, success, happiness, man.
Yeah.
Happiness.
I like that.
Honestly. And that's the honest truth. That isn't no blouse, that.
Yeah.
But success to me 12 months ago and then 10 years before that was nice cars, watches.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And don't get me wrong, it's nice to have nice things as long as it's nice to you and not to anyone else.
That's it, isn't it?
So like, I like nice things, but it used to be for someone else.
Yeah.
Where now, it's for me. It's like, I like this. I feel good in this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's not flamboyant or showy off. You know, it's sentimental. Like, I've worked hard for this. Let's go and get it.
So carrying that on.
So now, success for me, honestly, right now is 100% me partner, me kids, me everyone, friends. Like the amount of friends I've met now since, and you two guys, you know what I mean? Like you can see what it's like. I love the energy.
Yeah.
We met each other an hour ago and you
Yeah.
And
It's good,
that
man.
in life is key. Just go out there
Totally
and
agree.
just
Totally
enjoy, man.
What's one of the nice things that you enjoy now then for yourself?
Being alive, man.
No, when you were saying about having you like if you have something nice, like is that a car or is it something else that
I've
you
got
have?
a lot of nice things to be very grateful for.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've got a nice car, I've got a nice house, I've got nice things, got boss kids, got a lovely.
Yeah.
But that's how I perceive it, though, isn't it? Like some people could be going behind that phone and the screen and the internet, going, oh yeah. But you can perceive whatever you have to be the greatest thing you've got.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Look, like for instance, you were saying about your grandkids, how much they mean to you. That's your world, isn't it? Find something
100%.
that you think is everything to you, and then let that captivate you and enjoy that.
Yeah.
You know what? I mean, I've got married. I got married 2019, and I've got to say, and my wife probably be cringing now, but meeting my wife. The support from her through my music means like it's made me I played music for years and years and years, you know what I mean, but since I met my wife, everything when I do everything with music and all that, I'm just left to be me with my music, you know what I mean, and that's just made me even more, as you said, successful, not successful monetary wise.
It's made you content, hasn't it?
Yeah, because I know I can go and play my gigs, I can play my music, and I come in at all hours. Like I was out for 7 hours yesterday, at a gig, you know. But I know, like, you know, it just made me from the time I met her. It's given me everything musically, to be able to go and do my music and just be
the freedom to enjoy what you do.
Yeah, it's just, and that's the happiness. That's the happiness. Yeah. It's giving me, you know what I mean, to be able to. I mean, I was doing music before I met her, but I was all over the show. I was like, you know, this and that. But now the stability is giving me to like to be able to. It's like
you've got that
and you're grateful for that.
And I'm a better granddad and a better dad to my 2 daughters than that. You know, to be able to do that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I've got to say, you see on here, it says somewhere, or it should say, oh, maybe it doesn't.
What does it say?
There, safe space.
Yeah.
So safe space has got such negative connotations, right? But that's what you've got.
Yeah.
And by having that safe space and having that love as well, which you've got that fulfillment from, you've got that safe space. It gives you a place to thrive, right?
Exactly.
Because you're not always feeling in fear, and you're not always feeling nervous about what's at home, or you know what I mean, like all the different aspects of being either in a relationship with the person that you haven't got that connection with, or on your own sometimes, you know. So
it's a meditative state while you play music. That's a meditation. You're becoming one with yourself in that present moment. You know what I mean? You're not thinking about the past, the future.
Exactly.
So you're literally one with yourself in that very moment. Like when you play music, when you're playing it yourself, can you go back like and think, oh yeah, did you think where you were in that moment? Did you remember you were on stage? Did you think you lose your senses? It's called senses withdrawal, pratyahara. So you don't taste, smell, see or hear. You're just one with the universe.
You'd be amazed though, you know when I'm sure you've had this as well. When I used to sing, then you'd know a song and you could do it however many times. Right? But sometimes you'd be performing and you're going, right, okay, I'm going to do this song, no problem. The music starts, you're ready to, and you're going, shit, what are the words? Old language. What are the words? And you're going,
it's live.
Sorry about that. And you're going like, what are the words? What are the words? What are the words? What are the words? And then it goes like that, and they just all come flowing.
But that happened to me. You know, you remember the corner house in Witness? Yeah. I used to when I went to college. I was playing a gig at the corner house, and I got up and I was playing Marvin Gaye, Let's Get It On. I got the guitar out, and I started playing. I'm like playing the chord, going over, and I'm thinking, right, it must be 30 seconds, and I should start singing. Couldn't remember the words, and I know this song in the back of my hand.
It's all about feelings,
they just went. It's gone.
It's because you're thinking beforehand. Yeah.
Did you want to make some what?
No, I stopped and asked the audience.
Again, preparation, isn't it?
Yeah.
Preparation and planning.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I took it for granted that this song's just going to come to me, the way it's just going to me. I didn't realise I just going to play and then it just went.
Actually, that's a great song. We should do that maybe one week.
Yeah, we'll do it one time. Man.
So, can you tell us then? Because I want you to say a little bit about. You mentioned your cafe, obviously, in the book. So whereabouts is it, and what sort of stuff do you do there in the cafe, in the shop?
So the cafe is a cafe and shop. So it started off as a
Widnes,
shop.
Right?
Yeah, Widnes, Cronton Lane. So it's a shop. So you get all your organic, dairy free. There's also gluten free.
Yeah.
What I'm trying to do is combine the free. So when people come in gluten free, I'm having to like guide them round with everything dairy, gluten and organic. It's a win-win-win.
Yeah.
And we're very nearly there. And then obviously we've got hot food in the back. We do all sorts of curries, chilies, wraps, sandwiches.
All right.
Yeah, breakfast.
You'll have to come over there, man.
Come over, honestly.
I'm coming over, man.
Big
We'll have to go over. We'll go over together.
Okay, sounds
Yeah,
good.
come over. I'd love that.
Yeah, we'll come over
Well,
together.
let's stop
man.
this now. We'll go over these later.
Yeah.
So what times are you open?
11 o'clock every day.
Yeah.
Till 5:30. Fridays are later, and then we're open 7 days a week too.
Right.
Okay.
And then there's a website just being made at the minute for click and delivery, things like that, so you can't get out to
Right.
us.
Oh,
So
that's
literally
awesome.
in the whole range, because you'd be amazed how much stock's in there. It's great.
So do you do a West Indian vegan rice and peas and stuff like that?
I'm gonna make you one, brother. I'm gonna make you one. I'm making a jackfruit chickpea curry, alright, brother?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Is it right? Did I see something where you put out a post and it's basically if people are meat eaters, say,
Yeah.
and then they want to, they can come to you and go, right, can you do like a vegan version of this? And then
Whatever they want, I'll make for them, yeah, because we do like meal preps and that, yeah, but there's all sorts, but then obviously you can buy the ingredients from the shop
Yeah.
and make it yourself,
Right. Yeah.
which again is a meditation, like cooking, like it really is, and you enjoy what you do and you put love into it.
yeah.
You know what I mean? It might not work the first time, you
Yeah,
know,
yeah, yeah.
trial and error, isn't it?
That's true. That's,
Exactly.
yeah.
Yeah, and that's with anything. Like
Rome wasn't built in a day, was it?
Exactly, brother.
So you love your shop,
Yeah.
love the cafe, and you bought something that you prepared.
I have.
You bought
Certainly
along.
have, yeah. So this is some sushi. It's
Okay.
not for everyone, but this is plant-based duck
Yeah.
with asparagus and
Oh, right, okay.
spinach.
Yeah.
And then there's a hoisin sauce, kimchi,
Yeah.
and some fresh ginger on that, yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, have a
I'm
look
gonna
at that, guys.
try it, man. I'm gonna try it.
Go on, get
Thank you
stuck
very
in.
much.
So there's some
So
kimchi
would
and
you
ginger.
just-
So you lift up that hoisin sauce.
Yeah.
And if you like fresh ginger, you need to get a load of that.
You're gonna have some as well.
Yeah, of course, most
So
definitely.
you just. So what do you do now?
So just wham it in. I'll wait for you guys.
Yeah.
We'll get some of that hoisin sauce, get some of the ginger on it too.
Yeah.
Okay, so this smells amazing to me.
I know. Yeah.
So what are we doing with this? Pouring a bit
yeah,
on.
just lash it on.
Yeah.
Each to their own, brother.
Yeah,
that's the
sound,
same.
Yeah.
Okay. And what's that?
So that's kimchi. So that's
Kimchi.
spiced Korean cabbage, and then there's some fresh
Oh
ginger
yeah.
there.
You know what? I seen that on I seen them making that on TV one time.
Yeah, man.
And it looked good, man.
Get it in you
Yeah,
then.
yeah.
It's
And
banging.
you know what? Honestly, I said to me missus,
And get the ginger as well. The ginger.
I saw
It's a
that
little
kimchi,
bit-
and it's a craze over there. It's one of their favourite foods.
Right. Cheers, lads.
Cheers.
Cheers. Thank you very much.
You know what?
Really good, man. Really good.
Jesus Christ.
So freshly made that for you guys today.
Oh.
The sushi's made fresh when you come into store. It's not made and put away. It's
Wow.
made fresh, man.
Do you sell that kimchi over there?
Yeah, man.
Your kimchi in your place?
Yeah.
Honestly, I seen it. No word of a lie. Right?
Yeah.
I was watching a program of foods, and I saw them making the kimchi out of the cabbage and how they do all kinds to get it to the thing. And I said to my missus, she said, and it's a super food.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. And the ginger, have a go with the ginger as well. The ginger's like the lightly coloured, like, it's really, really strong, but ginger is just awesome.
I love ginger.
Mate, that was really
Honestly,
tasty.
honestly,
Lads are enjoying lots.
I'm telling you, man, I'm not joking.
Really good.
I made it up because I was saying to me missus, that kimchi, I want to try it. And I can't believe you just
That's
brought
what
this.
happens, it's the law of attraction, brother.
Honest, I can't believe. I'm coming, and they had some big, heavy, like big wraps like that. It's massive, and the eat it's a superfood over there. It's a craze.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's all organic, apart from the rice, the seaweed, that's organic, the asparagus, and then obviously the plant-based duck isn't organic, but it's still not meat, you know what I mean? But it's tasty, man, isn't it?
Really good, man. Really good.
That,
Really
Yeah.
good. Tasty.
Thank you, guys.
And
Yeah.
somebody's put Kathy.
I've got some
I'm,
more there.
I'm telling you, I'm coming up, man. I'm coming up.
We'll go over. We'll come over and see your place.
Unbelievable.
Okay, yeah.
Kimchi, man.
So Kathy helps out. She's part of It's Good to Talk
Yeah.
online, and Kathy had said
You
time and
know,
place.
I'm
for-
having the last one date. I'm
Go for
sorry,
it, mate. Time and place for forgiveness. It's a process that you move through over time. Don't beat yourself up. Don't beat yourself up if you haven't reached the end of the process. As long as you're trying to engage with it, it takes time, distance, and willingness. Totally agree. And we'd said about that, haven't we? That you don't pressure yourself and sort of go, well, I can't forgive such and such now. And, you know, it's fine. You'll get to it as long as you've got that intention that you'll get to it or not, whatever's right for you. Also, morning to you, Reese, and Kathleen, and Kathy obviously as well, and Animal Teach as well. They are good morning, enjoying the live session. Looking forward to taking part soon. So Animal Teacher coming on next week.
I can't get over that.
Next week.
That's unbelievable, that, mate. That's unbelievable.
For our guest next week, she's not bringing food. She's bringing animals.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
So
yeah.
You feel free if you're passing, on the Monday morning, just like drop some in. But yeah, it was really good, wasn't it?
I know I am. Tomorrow. I'll be over. I'm coming over this week sometime. I'm over there, man.
Well, make sure you give me a shout though when you go over.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Honestly,
Kimchi, man. Is that kimchi? I'm having some of that.
What time are you open till?
Monday, Thursday, 5:30, Friday, 8,
Yeah.
and then open all weekend.
You got
But
time?
Open a weekend.
longer hours.
You got any time this afternoon? Oh, you got.
Yeah, I've got rehearsing this afternoon.
When the time's right, the time's right, brothers,
yeah.
isn't it? Just don't worry, the kimchi's going over.
Oh man.
Yeah, really nice that is. What does how do you think, this is a good one actually, how do you think that your work and what you do for work affect your overall well-being with yourself?
So, for one, I keep saying this, like, just because I'm a vegan and I've got a vegan calf doesn't mean you have to be vegan.
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
Like, you've just tasted that food, you aren't going to go, I'm going to be vegan now, are you? Food's good.
Yeah.
If food's good, it's good, isn't it?
Yeah, true.
But for me personally, so my my vegan diet helps me.
Yeah.
Like, literally, I go to sleep better, so I wake up better.
Yeah.
Like, I wake up prosperous, instead of, like, sluggish and tired.
Yeah.
And that is down to my diet, as well as, but then obviously, people will be probably saying, oh, but you train all the time, but that's because I'm so healthy and I'm so fit now and I'm so driven.
It's a whole combination, isn't it?
Once you get in the circle, right, and then once you get in the circle going like that, it's just brilliant, you know what I mean? It just all flows then.
Yeah.
So, but then again, me yoga, I teach yoga 5 times a week.
Yeah.
And I love the yoga. Listen, I love my cafe and I love the vegan side. And I hope I don't offend anyone, but the yoga for me is, that's me calling.
Yeah.
Because yoga is essential to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if somebody, where do you do that then? Where do you?
In the Hillcrest Hotel in Widnes.
Okay.
Right.
We've got about 90 people coming a week.
Is that
for yoga? That's
Crompton?
Yeah, we're going to take over Crompton.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. You're gonna drive into Crompton and you can see a statue of Mark there. That'll
be cool.
Yeah, man.
But I think I've done a wedding there.
I have to stay humble then all night. Yeah. Well, you've got a wedding coming up.
No. I think I've done weddings there.
Oh, have you? Yeah.
The name rings a bell.
It's a beautiful place. They've done it up. It's lovely.
Yeah.
Yeah. The yoga is essential. Like, you need to look after yourself.
Yeah.
And I do believe, like, obviously physical exercise, lifting weights, running, whatever that may be, but when do we ever stretch that body out?
Yeah.
When do we ever release that pressure? Like, it helps with sciatica, it helps with everything, but my yoga is more about the meditation state.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, you do get a physical workout, but it's about the meditation state and like even like the ancient 8 limbs and everything like that. Like I could go on forever, but it's honestly it's changed. The yoga has changed my life.
Well, maybe what we could do in the future, if you're up for it, was come back on and do like a yoga based show or something like that.
100%.
Probably,
I'll do a few little moves for everyone and that.
or probably bring a couple of people from your class and do like a little demonstration kind of thing.
Of course,
you know what I mean?
I'd absolutely love that, because what it is, people they are scared. It's fear of like coming into something new. How many have you done yoga before, guys?
No, never. I've always wanted to do it, you know.
Well, there you go.
I've always, obviously, I think
try it.
I want, but I've taught myself, you know, because you know, I'm like,
you think you're
I'm
not
old
flexible
now,
enough, do you?
Well, that's it. And I play sport. I play cricket. I'm you know, but you get so stiff, you know what I mean? And I want to, because obviously my muscles are tight. I've not exercised as I should. Although I've played sport all my life, you know what I mean? I've done, and like when you know, you've done karate, you've done boxing, all the kind of things that you do. You play football, you play cricket, and all the kind of stuff you do. Look, I'm not as supple as I used to be. I always think to myself, I'm going to try yoga. I'm going to try it. I've been saying it for years. Never tried it.
There you go.
I remember back in a few years ago when I used to follow football a lot. It was the real first time that I really, with yoga, it was Ryan Giggs. Ryan Giggs was when he was playing, and he used to get injured all the time. Hamstring problems.
He's a big yoga fan, isn't he?
Then he started to get into yoga, and it was really publicised. And from yoga, then his injuries started to clear up and all that sort of thing. And so that was when I first really became aware of it. But it's an amazing thing.
Like I said, everyone who hasn't done yoga is gonna, I want to do it. And when you do it properly, like you pratyaharas, your drishti, it's called. So like your focus points. Like you become totally absorbed. It's literally having an hour out. Like it's like turning the lights out, but being present in the moment. It's beautiful, man. Absolutely.
So cafe is on Crunton, in Crunton.
Crunton Lane,
Crunton Lane.
At the top near the petrol station.
The Hillcrest Hotel is where you do the yoga.
Yes, that's right. That's on Crunton Lane too.
Lane as well. Okay, awesome. And you live on Crunton now?
I live in Crunton.
It's Mr. Crunton.
It's brilliant.
Mr. C.
Love it. So I think we're at that point now really where it's like an end of the.
Well, just want to say on an overall kind of thing. How would you sum up, you know, your whole change from where you were? Because when I asked you before, you said you've been a vegan for how long?
8 months.
8 months. Yeah. So from that time before 8 months ago, and the change now, how do you think, how you see yourself now? Did you think that before 8 months ago, before that, did you think that you'd be in this place now you are?
Never ever. I don't think about the past now. It's irrelevant, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's about planning for the future now. Like, I have a past.
Yeah.
But there's no point dwelling on it. Like, let's try and progress forward positively and thrive, prosperous. Keep the faith now.
Yeah.
And we just had, you know, Paul Allenson.
Yeah.
So he's just asked, always wanted to try yoga, how much does he charge?
£5 a session.
Yeah.
Get yourself down there, my mate, you won't be disappointed.
Oh, he's
I
awesome, Paul.
I can mention that we're doing a retreat too.
Right.
On the 2nd of April.
Yeah.
So that's a coach. We've already filled the first coach.
Right, yeah.
We've got another coach.
Yeah.
Where are you off to?
We're going to Snowdon.
Oh, yeah.
A little walk, a cold water dip.
Yeah.
Which everyone's always wanted to do too. And
you two guys, like with a cold.
You two are coming. Cold water's a game changer. It's conquering fears, you see.
Yeah.
It's about getting comfortable, being uncomfortable.
Yeah.
That's what we need to change.
Yeah.
And then back to the Holy Family Social Club in Crunton for a 3-course vegan roast dinner.
Oh, that sounds good.
That's £35 per head, or you can just do 20 for the coach. But that's the 2nd of April.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool.
I bet you I'm gigging.
Why don't you come? Because what it is, it's also right. It's about spending time with possibly 80 80 plus,
Yeah.
open-minded,
Yeah.
peaceful people, who were all there for the same reason, and that's to find whatever they search for.
Yeah, that's the Sunday in as well.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's
cool.
the Sunday.
So, is there anything else that you want to say or share before we?
Yeah, just go out there and just be positive, man. And I know
It's not easy though.
it sounds cliche, it's not easy at all, but just keep changing your mindset. Like, say like you drift into thought, right, and then you manifest that into something that it's never going to even happen, and then you're thinking for hours and hours.
Yeah.
Just stop it in its tracks. So let's say, I've got to pay that bill, stop that thought now, think about something, and
100%.
over time, with a bit of hard work, you will get that mentality where you won't worry about it as much.
Yeah.
Worrying about it isn't going to fix it.
No, doesn't
True.
do anything.
That's
And I
that's
know,
very true.
like, that's the simplicity of what it is. But it's a fact. If
It
you,
is, yeah.
if
can
you
train
stop
yourself,
worrying
yeah.
about it, let's put things into plan, sit down,
Yeah.
make phone calls, ask for help.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's
Reach
That's
out,
crucial that we
Yeah.
just said there.
Yeah.
Make a phone call, ask for help.
Yeah.
That's crucial.
Yeah,
That.
very much. And if
Because
you,
a lot of people feel alone, don't they?
yeah,
Yeah.
very much.
Yeah.
well, it's again identity, isn't it? I don't want to look like the weak one, but
Yeah.
listen, the world would be a better place if we all helped out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we all have
yeah.
to help each other.
And we are getting somewhere. Like
Yeah, definitely.
I hate leaving the cafe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hate leaving the cafe or the yoga studio because you
I'm
come
surprised,
back.
mate. That food, that I
Yeah.
feel tasting it, man.
Really good,
Honestly,
really good.
that kimchi, I knew, you know what?
What we'll do every time you have a guest, right? We'll bring some on there.
Kimchi, mate. I could, yeah,
It's really nice. Isn't it?
oh,
Really good.
honestly, I seen them making it, and I see how they got the cabbage, and they put it in this thing, and they make it on, they leave it for ages to
Yeah,
get
ferment.
it, ferment and all, and then they put it, they wrap it, and it's all handmade, you know, it's no messing,
Yeah.
it's all handmade.
Yeah.
No, and it's they put in this stuff, and they make it, puts up, and tasting it. I can't believe I've
Yeah.
tasted
Well,
kimchi,
yeah,
man.
we did a taste test. We've done a
Yeah,
taste
can't
test.
believe,
We've been
honestly.
through everything, haven't we?
Mark brought in
That's-
some sushi,
honestly.
plant meat sushi, was it?
Where's your place again?
Plant-based stuff.
Say that place again. Where's your tell them again,
It's
Mark.
Chakra Wow on Cronton Lane, and we're on Facebook. It's
Yeah.
you don't mind
I'm
me doing
going
that,
there.
do you
No,
guys?
no,
It's
no.
Mark Chakra Brennan on Facebook, and our yoga channel is Empathy without the E, so it's MPATHY Yoga.
Yeah,
Awesome.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
yeah,
very
definitely,
much.
100%. I'm
really
going,
happy.
I'm going for some of that kimchi, man.
Yeah.
Well, I'll do you the beef one.
Tell
I'll do
you.
you the plant-based beef next
Yeah.
time with a bit of chilli, because I know you like a
Oh
bit of
yeah,
spice.
yeah, man.
Junior's going crazy for
Honestly.
food now, and I can totally relate
That
to
could
that.
be-
Well, this
I
is
hope
what
my
I'm-
wife is watching.
This is what I'm saying to people, like, don't knock it, come in,
You've got to
try it. And the thing is, you're not digesting all that food all day.
Yeah.
Like, so you can use your energy elsewhere.
Yeah.
Like, how long have we got? I've done the science, I've learned the science behind it. You've got an autonomic nervous system, so that's your organs
Yeah.
asking for more oxygen, more
Yeah.
blood.
Yeah.
And that's when you're digesting all these foods.
Yeah.
So what then happens? Your heart beats faster, you're breathing more, your lungs are working more. If your digestive system's at a balanced state, it's not sending these sympathetic nervous signals to your brain, so your brain's free. You with me? It's all a big circle. It's
Yeah,
linked to everything. You sleep, how active you are, everything.
Yeah. I
Look
struggle
after
with
yourself,
sleep. I
guys.
struggle with sleep. To be honest with you, I'm not a very
Yeah.
good sleep. No, not a very good sleeper.
You need to come down to meditation.
Yeah.
We'll fix that
Yeah.
up. Well, you'll fix
I
that.
shouldn't stay up watching cricket too much. Like that, so I need to.
It's that,
I need to eat some more kimchi, man.
It's the screen.
Honestly,
Screen,
honestly, I said I'm not worried about it. I know I'm going on about it,
Yeah.
but
Where do
I-
you live? Do you live over this side?
Yeah.
I'm gonna drop some off tonight. Okay.
you know, I'm gonna come over. I'm gonna come and get some kimchi because I've seen it and I told me why. I said to my wife,
doesn't it?
I have to try it because it's a superfood
yeah.
and superfoods are good for you.
100%.
Like I have the broccoli. I have that and I have that. I have
Was it
every day.
mushrooms? You got,
Yeah, mushrooms. Yeah, mushrooms. I love mushrooms. I love all. You know what I mean? But
Good.
the kimchi. Yeah, I'm.
so kimchi is a big yeah.
Kimchi's the
Yeah,
one.
it's
It's really good,
100%. Honestly, it's 100%.
And as you can tell, the food was really good.
It was good.
It was really tasty.
And we're not just saying that. It was good.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah,
It was
really
good.
nice, yeah. Well, we would. To be honest, it'd be a bit. I don't know what we'd say exactly if it wasn't good. But
Well, I wouldn't have had the last
think-
one, would
I know,
I?
yeah.
I wouldn't have had the last one. I
Quick
would,
reaction,
you know, it would, I'd have been like, Marky saw it like, what, you can have that one, you know what I mean?
Do you want
That
it
was
back?
good, man.
Really make it from M&S, that, you know.
That was good, man.
So, it's nearly time for Junior to play us out with the theme tune.
Oh, yeah.
I want to say thank you to Avanti again for the lounge, use of the lounge. Thank you for you watching. If you want to be a guest on the show, please get in touch. If you want to tell us about anything going on in your community, then please get in touch. You want to share anything, or you want to ask about anything we've talked about, any of us today, please get in touch. You can do that by commenting on the video. You can message us, or you can email us at itsgoodtotalk@gmail.com. That's itsgd2tk@gmail.com. Apologies for the swear word earlier that slipped out. And massive thank you to Mark as well.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Really appreciate you coming on. I knew it'd be awesome.
It has been awesome. It's
fantastic.
been
Thanks very much,
amazing,
mate.
man.
Really
Thank you
appreciate
very
it.
much. That's
And Junior's going to play us out with our theme tune, which is called Dreams.
Yeah, James, yeah. You never know what you got till it's gone, and the memory lingers on. And through it all, you gotta be strong. But sometimes you feel you can't carry on. Is life supposed to be this way? I'll have tomorrow for today. You think you're there and you got it made, and all the dreams they start to fade. All the people that you know, they all say I told you so. So you pick yourself up and you start again. That's when you find out who's your friend. The one who's there when you're feeling bad, makes you happy when you're sad. You never know